terrific matchup for you today. Rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Commodores will put total leather and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to go for a big one. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious start.
No doubt, Reese. And just the quarterback and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Buying some time. He'll get rid of it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vandy. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the... Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll try it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
You know, when your QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. Nice decision there by the quarterback.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That's caught. It's Fleming.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking for room. It's Bout. And the Panthers get enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He fires to the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Going to the run, it's Beasley. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Rides to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They won't let him in. He had a nose for the end zone, but he will be stopped short.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panther! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they going up top. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Commodores! And once he got loose, it was all over. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Off play action. And they got him for the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
2nd down coming up. That's the end.
second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Vanderbilt!
Touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Number 26. Halted in the end zone.
Oh, he missed it. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He wants to pass it on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Thompson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Floating away. He'll let one go down the right side.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Panthers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because
off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Got him downfield. Touchdown Doors. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
On the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 35.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They'll throw it on first down. The short hands, it's Fleming. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Snares it outside. It's Fleming. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third down. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State.
That's Just a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the point after is good. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Georgia State, 21.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half, and so this first...
He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Pavia. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming with.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Give to the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The option look. He'll toss it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass out.
Touchdown, Georgia State. And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. Touchdown, Vandy. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Number 26.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Fires and picked off.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Vanderbilt, 33.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 88, set to advance on the football.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're going back to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And they've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Beasley. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Scrambling away. He chucks one out to the right. And the ball is picked off.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No.
Going for it all. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They'll try the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A first down run in the red zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now on the option. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Commodores. The defense with the scoop and score.
Number 21 scores for the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the run, it's Alexander. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Vanderbilt 40, Georgia State 28.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Holds and fires complete to the right. Oh, the ball squirts out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
No good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Brock. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there. And he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the 2nd half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
That's caught. It's Thompson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He lobs one high down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
It doesn't give her. Don't let him make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The 30. The 20.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Step it up.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. You get down in the red zone, and then you have a couple of plays like this offense has just put out there. This can absolutely ruin your day. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for room. It's Beasley. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pocket starts to collapse. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. What a great play by the defensive, paying it off with the interception return. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's got the back in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an